1993 in University in Ljubljana. He's working at ZAC for a very long time. He's dealing with monitoring of dams in the last 10 years, and he's also involved in several research projects on national and international level. So, Pavel, please start.
Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Pavel Zhonut, and I'm going to present the paper, which has been prepared together with my colleagues, Moica Raunica-Turk and Andrei Križanovski. The title of my presentation is Procedure for Dam Safety Risk Analysis and Evaluation of Parameters for Large Slovenian Hydropower Dams. Let's start with the introduction. Dam structures, particularly large dams, represent a large risk for dam safety, as in the case of major damage or failure, catastrophic consequences may occur, such as loss of many lives, a great economic loss, and ecological consequences. In the world, dam safety risk analysis have recently been widespread, and the event tree analysis have become the standard approach. The ultimate goal is to provide insight into the functioning of the dam and into the associated uncertainties about the way the dam functions. And this leads to quantification of the probability of the dam failure. Let's move to the dam safety risk analysis and see first acceptability of risk. The risk can be accepted either numerically to the expected value, as the sum of the products of probabilities and consequences, or with the graphic representation, pairs, probabilities and consequences, which is well known as FN diagram, where F means annual probability of failure, and N presents lives lost or money lost. The figure shows FN chart of the authors Becher and Christian, showing average annual risks for different activities, projects or structures. And we can see that annual probability of failure for the area of dams is about 10 to the minus 4. Next figure shows general framework for the tolerability of risk, where 3 regions of risk can be seen: unacceptable region, tolerable region, and broadly acceptable region. And we can see that in tolerable region, the risk is acceptable for the purpose of providing benefits, but should be as low as reasonably practicable. This is so-called Allard principle. Let's see some fundamental issues that risk analysis for dam safety seeks to address. These are: what can happen to cause the dam to fail or to be damaged? How probable it is? What are the various consequences and their associated probabilities? What is the probability-weighted consequences or risks? There are main methods for conducting engineering risk, but the event tree analysis has become the most common approach in the dam safety studies. To get an answer to the question, how safe is the dam, the risk analysis process generally involves the following activities: hazard identification and definition, failure mode identification, failure probability analysis, estimation of consequences, and finally risk estimation. In Slovenia, the comparable risk analysis of large hydropower dams were not yet performed, but according to the experience gained during the monitoring of dams, the dam safety parameters were identified common to all Slovenian hydropower dams to be used in risk analysis for hazard identification and definition. Let's move to the evaluation of dam safety parameters for large Slovenian hydropower dams and see first some general data about large hydropower dams. In Slovenia, there are 41 large dams officially registered by the so-called that fulfill the ICOL criteria. There are 22 hydropower dams 14 dams for water management, 3 historical dams, and 2 tailings dams. In the early 20s, the development of electrification facilitated the construction of hydropower dams in Slovenia in all 3 of the most important rivers for electricity production: Drava River, Sava River, and Soča River. But most of the dams, I could say the golden ages, was in the 50s of the last century. The oldest dam in Slovenia, which was designed for power generation, is Završnica Dam, which was built in 1914. Figure shows the locations of large dams in Slovenia. We can see 3 of the previously mentioned, the most important rivers for power generation: Drava River, Sava River, and Soča River, and the locations of all discussed hydropower dams, which are signed by blue squares. Next figure shows classification of the Slovenian hydropower dams as per the year of construction. And we can see that 1/2 of all large hydropower dams was built until 1964, 5 of them before or during World War II. In the last decade, 4 hydropower dams, large hydropower dams, were built. And along the abscissa, you can see the time ranges of different for different technical regulations. So before or during World War II, 2 dams were constructed according to the Italian regulations at that time, and 3 dams were built according to the Austrian regulations. Important milestone in civil engineering dam design practice, presented technical regulations issued in 1964, introducing seismic design. In 1966, regular monitoring of large dams became mandatory. In 1970, technical regulations for dam construction were introduced. Then in 1984, Modern Construction Act was issued, which was followed in 2002 with significantly changes. And finally, in 2009, Eurocodes became mandatory in Slovenia. Most large hydropower dams in Slovenia are 30 to 40 meters high, 8 are up to 30 meters high, and the other 4 are 40 to 60 meters high. The highest dam is Moste Dam, with the structural height of slightly less than 60 meters. Whereas the largest reservoir is Lake Ptuj on the Drava River, with the volume of 23 million cubic meters. Parameters for the evaluation of dam safety were included in 3 groups: basic, construction, and post-construction parameters. Basic parameters were, for example, height of the dam, reservoir capacity, flow in the dam profile, maintenance, and accessibility of dam. Construction parameters were, for example, design for execution and design of executed works, seismic zone, analysis of the failure of the dam, and so on. And the last group included parameters regarding state of the structures, foundations, and equipment. Each of these parameters were divided into 3 or more categories, and different weighting factors were given to them. And the total weight for each dam was evaluated as overall evaluation of the dam performance with the grades from 20 to 110. So the higher the grade, the lower potential risk was estimated. And 2 priority regions were determined. Priority 1 region included the dams with the grades up to 80, whereas the priority 2 region described the dams with the grades over 80. And the threshold value was determined empirically. Figure shows overall evaluation of the dam performance of hydropower dams as per the year of construction. We can see that 14 evaluated dams belong to priority 1 region, and the other 8 evaluated large hydropower dams belong to priority 2 region. As expected, it can be seen that higher grades belong to newer dams which were built after 1990. Next figure shows the overall evaluation of the dam performance of hydropower dams as per their height. We have just seen that newer dams had higher grades. Here we can see that these height are between 15 and 40 meters. In conclusions, I will summarize that dam structures represent a large risk for society, and the dam safety risk analysis have become an important tool. So in Slovenia, the comparable risk analysis for all hydropower dams were not yet performed, but according to the experience during the monitoring of dams, dam safety parameters were identified, common to all Slovenian hydropower dams, to be used in risk analysis for hazard identification and definition. 22 parameters were for the evaluation of dams were included in 3 groups: basic, construction and post-construction parameters. They were divided into 3 or more categories, and different weighting factors were given to them. So the results showed that 14 evaluated hydropower dams belong to the priority 2 region, and for them more detailed evaluation should be performed in the near future. The other 8 evaluated hydropower dams belong to the priority 2 region, and further monitoring of different parameters is recommended for these dams. So, the evaluation gives general results, and the dam safety depends on the weakest element of the dam. In the Slovenian hydropower dams are, in general, very well maintained and controlled, but anyway they have high dam safety risk, so the detailed risk evaluation should be performed in the future. Thank you.